The old farmer looked at the bamboo seed and said something strange. "Plant it, and be ready to wait. Not days, not months, years." Most people would have laughed and walked away. But Daniel didn't. Daniel Carter lived in a small town in Oregon. Nothing special. Just a quiet place with old houses, dusty roads, and people who had known each other for decades. Daniel worked long hours at a hardware store. The pay barely covered rent. Every morning felt the same. Wake up, work. Come home tired, repeat. He was 28 and felt like life had already passed him by. His friends were moving forward. Promotions, businesses, families. Daniel felt stuck. One afternoon, while helping a customer load gardening supplies, he met Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard was an older man, calm eyes, slow voice, the kind of person who looked like he had lived 100 stories. He noticed Daniel staring at a packet of strange seeds on the counter. "Chinese bamboo," Mr. Howard said. Daniel laughed. "Does it grow fast?" Mr. Howard smiled slightly. "No." Then he leaned closer. "You water it every day for 5 years." Daniel blinked. 5 years? Mr. Howard nodded. "And for those 5 years, nothing happens." Daniel stared at him. "No sprouts, no leaves, nothing." Daniel shook his head. "Then why would anyone grow it?" Mr. Howard's smile grew wider. "Because in the 5th year, it grows 90 feet in 6 weeks." Daniel laughed politely. It sounded impossible. But something about the old man's confidence stayed in his mind. Before leaving, Mr. Howard handed Daniel a small packet. "Plant it," he said, "and learn patience." That night, Daniel planted the seed behind his small rented house. The next morning, he watered it, then the next, then the next. Weeks passed. Nothing. No sprout, no green, just dirt. His neighbors thought it was strange. "What are you watering every morning?" one of them asked. "Bamboo," Daniel replied. They laughed. Months passed. Still nothing. Sometimes Daniel stared at the ground and wondered if he was being foolish. Maybe the seed was dead. Maybe the old man had tricked him. But every morning, he watered the soil. Year 1 passed. Nothing. Year 2. Still nothing. By now people openly joked about it. "You still watering that imaginary plant?" a neighbor asked one day. Daniel forced a smile. Inside, doubt grew louder. He questioned everything: his job, his direction, his future. One night he almost quit. He stood outside with the watering can in his hand and stared at the ground. 2 years of watering dirt. For what? But then he remembered Mr. Howard's words. Learn patience. So he kept going. Year 3. Still nothing. By now the routine had become almost symbolic. Water the soil. Go to work. Keep trying. Something strange started happening, though. The habit of patience began changing Daniel. At work, he stopped rushing results. Instead of giving up when something was hard, he stayed longer. He learned new skills. He helped customers more carefully. He started saving money instead of spending it quickly. Without realizing it, Daniel himself was changing, just like the seed underground. Year 4 came. The dirt still looked empty. Friends had moved away. Some had failed businesses. Others had changed careers 3 times. Daniel was still watering the same patch of soil. But now something inside him had grown stronger. Discipline, focus, quiet determination. Then came year 5. One early morning, Daniel walked outside with the watering can, like always. He poured the water slowly, then he froze. A tiny green shoot had broken through the soil. He stared at it for a long time. It was real. For 5 years, nothing, and now, life. The next day the shoot was taller. 3 days later it had doubled in size. When within 2 weeks it shot upward faster than anything Daniel had ever seen. Neighbors who once laughed now stood by the fence staring. "What is that thing?" one asked. Daniel smiled. "Bamboo." 6 weeks later, it towered over the yard, nearly 90 feet tall. People came just to see it. But the real miracle wasn't the height. It was what happened underneath the ground. For 5 years, the bamboo hadn't been doing nothing. It had been growing an enormous root system. Roots strong enough to support 90 feet of growth. Without those roots, the bamboo would have collapsed the moment it grew tall. Daniel realized something powerful that day. Life works the same way. Sometimes it feels like nothing is happening. You work hard, you try, you wait, and the results don't show up right away. People laugh, they doubt you. Sometimes you doubt yourself. But what you can't see is the root system growing underneath. The discipline, the patience, the strength, the lessons, all the things preparing you for the moment your life finally rises. Success rarely happens overnight. Most of the time, it's 5 years of invisible roots, followed by 6 weeks that change everything. Daniel kept the bamboo for the rest of his life. Whenever someone asked him the secret to success, he pointed to that towering tree. And he said something simple. Don't quit during the years when nothing seems to grow. Because patience doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means something powerful is happening where you cannot see it yet.